Hello class. We will revise a chapter which we have done quite some time back, modules and packages. Okay, this chapter is also there as per the revised syllabus, and I don't think we have revised it before assessment one. So let us do it now. It's a very small chapter. It talks about how we create a module and how we go for a package or a library and how do we implement various objects that are there in the package or in the library or in a module. That is what it's all about. And as I told you that earlier, I made a proper video on these topics, and I gave you the links of my own videos that I have done before. First you watch that. That is very, very important. Okay, because I have discussed a lot of small things over there. Once you go through that, take a little bit of time, because this chapter was not there in the syllabus earlier, so it is really difficult for, would be difficult for any teacher to guess what kind of questions would be likely. So as long as you have the basic concept clear, I don't think there should be any problem. So first you watch those 4 videos. I've already put the link, and then this video I'm doing just to demonstrate what I have discussed over there, because those classes when I took, these were taken by my camera, and I taught the topic on the board, but I did not use Python screen to do that. So many things I verbally told, which I think would be a little difficult for you to follow, to implement. But here exactly I'm going to show you what I have done in support of those videos. So I'm just sharing my screen with you. Uh, if you have already watched those 4 videos, by now you know that when we create a module, uh, basically it's a module, means it's a complete program, right? It's a complete program having some functions in it, and it can have one function, it can have more than one functions, and we can make use of those functions at some later date in our current program. That is the idea of the whole thing, that something is already written before and we are going to make use of it. So in order to do that, what I was doing, look at this, I just wrote a small module. It's a very small module indeed. uh, this module is conv. Okay, I'm just choosing conv from here. You can see I've written only 2 functions in it. There is one function called cont, another is cond. Nothing much I have done. It's like, imagine that this particular function converts a time. Time means you input something into minutes, and the program converts that into hour and minutes, basically divided by 60 and remainder of when you divide by 60. So remainder gives you the minute and the quotient gives you the hour. That's the very simple computation I have done. Minute is passed to this function, and I would be able to find out the hour part and the minute part, convert a minute basically into hour and minutes. That's the thing I have done. And in the second one, what happened, if a date is provided to the function, for example, if I pass on a date 1403, that means I'm talking about 14th of March, right? So if I pass the value 1403, then this program basically, this function basically computes. I'm dividing by 100. So if I divide by 100, I mean, I've taken the quotient of when I've divided the number by 100. So that way we will get the date part, and this will give us the month part, because remainder will be the month. Like for example, if I pass the value say 1506, then that means I'm talking about 15th of June. So if you divide this number by 100, quotient will be obviously 15. So 15 is the date, and remainder will be 6 if I divide it by 100. So 6 will be the month. So then what I have done, I put all those months in the form of as an elements of a list. So look at this, June comes exactly in the 6th cell. So I just accessed the array content or the list content. Okay, I wrote AR of 6. That's how I will get the June printed. So if you pass a value 1506, it will give you 15th June or 15 June, that will be written. Only these 2 things I have done in this. Now the question is, how do we implement it? So we can say now conv dot py, that is program, and it has two functions in it. It is a complete thing. If I want, I can separately run this also. Okay. So we can say that this is a module. So this module we can make use of at some later date. It's not necessary I have to use both the functions. If I want, I can use both the functions. If I want that I will use only this function, I can accordingly make use of it. So that is the first set of rules that we have to remember. What we need to do here, look at this. I have already written the code so that we don't have to waste much of our time here. Um, Look at this. I am loading this one. Okay. Uh, say I'm loading the first one only. Let's see this. I just wrote import conv. Okay. If you import you need to write the import the module name, whichever modules function uh, you are going to make use of. Like what I have done, I made use of here both cont and cond. So I've taken you from user the date and taken from user the time, and I passed those two values to these functions. If you remember, this function, when I was just showing the code, here is my conv. Look at this, both the functions use parameters. In the first case, the parameter was t, second case, the parameter was d. That means I need to pass some values to the functions to make it execute. So that's what exactly I have done here. I've done import conv, and here is my date value, time value. These two are passed. So when I'm calling the function, watch it carefully. I need to write conv.cont. Why? Because it's the same logic, like the way you write math.sqrt, math.abs, okay, math.sign, all these functions you have learned. So with the same logic, we are doing conv.cont. Okay, so we need to write the module name dot function name, module name dot function name. This is how you can make use of. Now, incidentally, let me tell you here, this particular module conv, where is it? Okay, ultimately, basically what happens when you talk about a package or a library, it is a folder. Okay, you have understood it by now by watching those 4 videos that I told you to do. So now conv is a part of which package? Okay, if I do not mention anything, then automatically they become the part of the standard library package. Okay, the standard library package is automatically included to all the programs that you write in Python, because that is there in the same directory as your Python interpreter, right? So this is under standard Python library. So as it is there in the standard Python library, we don't need to make use of package name and all, right? Just like the way you write import math. So math module is also part of the standard Python library. So that is why we don't need to bother about which package it belongs to. So math is the module. So you just write the module name, and when you make use of the function, you write math dot that function. That's it. Now, another program I would like to show you, I will close this, where what I've done, just see. Um, Here it is. Uh, Look at this one, what I have done here. Now here I'm doing, look at this, a different way I'm giving the import line, import command from conv import conti comma condi. This is another way you can write. Okay, either you can write import this thing, or this line is also fine. You can write from the module import conti and conv. Now, conti and condi, when you're writing, these are not functions. We mean to say they're functions, no doubt about it. But when you import, you need to portray them, you need to visualize them as objects, right? As if they are some tools or some objects of the conv module. So we didn't write any function name here. We just wrote conti and conti. Okay, and again the date and time value I have input, and I call the function. But watch it carefully. In this case, I did not have to write. If you write this syntax from module name, then when you call the function, you cannot write uh, the module name here. That is conv.cont. If you write, then it will give error. Okay. So we need to remember that when you write from this kind of syntax, from module, from package, import whatever, then you don't need to write the full name. Full name means the which module it belongs to, that we should not write. We should write directly the function name. However, in the first case you have seen, there we are writing only import conv. There we have to write conv dot whatever, like we use the math module. So that is the one small thing I just wanted to bring into your notice. Fine. It is not necessary that I have to call both the functions. Say I wanted only conv, so I will write in that case from conv, that is from the module conv, import conv. Only call this object. That is also fine. Fine. Now in the second video, I will explain you how we can create a package, and then I will do exactly the same exercise, but I will put this module as a part of a package, and then I will try to fetch it. That's what I'm going to show you in my next video.